Gotta hit him with that Casper special. Gotta hit him with that Casper special.
Boy, I be from nowhere. Half my country don't care. Ain't it something country bumping got you bumping like you jumping downstairs? Powers from the flowers, like I'm wearing red and pipe dreams. Man, I want that green that bounce.
3, 2, 1. What's up, folks? Another episode of Noise from Nowhere. It's your man Osh from the Ghost with the guest Reese.
What's happening, everybody? It's the homie Reese, come from Casper, Wyoming, putting it on for the 307.
You know how it goes. So, first things first, I just want to get into Duke Wallace is not feeling good tonight. That's why he ain't here. Sorry for the delay on the last couple episodes. There's been a lot going on. We just dropped a music video for Midwest Renegade. We just started recording Cannot Shut Me Down. It's going to be my first single off my last album, Manja, that I dropped a couple months ago, but it just uploaded to iTunes and all that. But anyway, that's enough about me. Just got to get them plugs in. Let's get into Reese, the reason why we're here right now. So, first things first, Reese, that's your real name, right?
Hell yeah, that's my real name.
Okay, Reese Schmidt. I knew that, but just for the viewers.
yeah. That's
Okay, so I've been knowing Reese for a few years. First time I remember Reese, was it the Ill Vibe competition?
It was actually T Zank.
What T Zank show was that?
That was the when he came here with Ben Frankie. It was just
Okay.
a year ago. Popped up on my Facebook just a couple days ago. But that was the first show that I believe we did together.
I knew you before that though.
Yeah, we ran into each other a couple times and stuff like that. The whole music scene.
Okay, yeah, and so I met him through. He was recording a couple tracks with my bro Caponics, who recorded my second and third album. He was the original engineer for Blueprint. Reese linked up with him, recorded a couple tracks.
Shout out Caponics.
Shout out Caponics, my brother. Fast forward a little bit, homie had matched stage talent. I seen him on stage, and we've mentioned him before in the show. I mean, Rick Bliss has mentioned him, I mentioned him, Lex has mentioned him, and the thing that everybody consistently mentions is his stage presence. Now, if you ever been to one of our shows in Casper, Alcova, any of these shows, I think you performed in Denver too, right?
Yeah, I went on 2 national tours of Biscuits, so I performed far as Texas at the moment. So
Okay, so there we go.
yeah, all the way from Texas to Kansas to let's see where else. Can't think right now. Damn, but yeah, Texas, Kansas, Oklahoma. There you go, a couple places like that. Mainly in the Midwest areas, kind of down south, Arkansas. Hot Springs, Arkansas. Shout out my nigga Big Peso, by the way. Yeah, that's dope. The tour, like, that's what got me out there, man, was my homeboy Biscuit. And shout out Biscuit for getting me. Yeah, shout out Biscuit for even getting me on them tours, man. Much love for that, because that was an ultimate dream come true for me, man. And like, that's like the biggest thing people want in this music game is to not only make their music and record it and be on stage, but to travel with their music and take it to different towns and be on stage with that and present themselves to the people worldwide.
I know people had to been feeling you in other places too, because even if a lot of concerts people go to, if it's your first time performing and you don't know their song off top, the thing that's going to make you remember them is their stage performance. So that's what I remember about you. I don't know so much that I knew any of your lyrics the first time I ever seen you perform. I mean, but now I'm like a half-ass hype man at all your performances.
Yeah, every time rappers like, I see you on the side, I be getting down, I be watching.
I be getting it. Your shit's tight. I mean, you make the crowd feel it. You make the crowd the way they're supposed to feel at a hip hop show. And we've been at shows where there ain't nobody. You know, Reese might be first or second. There ain't nobody in front of the stage. One of the first things he always says is, hey, this is a hip-hop show. Get the fuck up. Yeah. Come up here. You know what I mean? And he was a youngster when I seen him doing this. So in my mind, the thing that's always driven me forward in my career is cats like you, cats like Styles, more recently in the last year or so, Q, and knowing that you guys are out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just knowing that there's true talent in the scene out here has helped older cats like me, Duke Wallace, a couple other cats, people that are opening studios now. Shout out to Beast. I know he's got a studio. He's got a couple younger cats under his wing. So far that you've been in the music scene, this question I ask everybody, who are the cats that stand out in this area or that you just know personally that ain't mainstream artists that are your favorite artists, artist-wise, ones that you just love to meet, and the people that you roll with?
Okay, starting from like big names that like we'll go industry-wise, technically not industry, we'll go underground. My favorite rapper all the time is the motherfucking GOAT, Tech N9ne, Strange Music, all the fucking way, all day, every night, man. Just nothing but Tech N9ne and Strange Music, and that's what even got me into hip hop in the first place. Is like, I grew up listening to rock music and stuff like that, and then 6th grade I came to. We would transition from grade school to middle school and start hanging out with different people. And my friends, I started listening to rap music, and Tech N9ne was coming into town, and they were gonna go to that concert that night, and I wanted to go to the concert, and so I started listening to Tech N9ne because I had no idea who he was, so I wanted to know the music, and instantly, just like that, my whole world flipped upside down, fell in love with rap music, and boom, now here I am.
Boom, here we got Reese.
Yeah.
So, I know also that you had a chance to perform at Tech N9ne. I'm not going to get into details. I'll let you fill it in from front to back. Just how did you get plugged in with that? B, what happened when you got to the show and stuff like that?
How I got plugged in with the show is my homeboy Travis from Slow Pain. Shout out Travis, aka Troll. He runs the Roxy Theater. And he's got it really in tight with Tech N9ne and all them. And then also the people that helped me a lot would be Joe from Rhyme Sick.
Shout out Joe, that's my brother.
Yeah, Joe. He's the one who got me that connection and helped me push that through with Travis and stuff like that. And they're the ones that got me to that show. And when I got to the show, I started performing. It was kind of like they rushed the whole scene and everything. Like, when I got to the show, I got to meet Tech N9ne and everything. It was the greatest moment of my fucking life. It was dope. All that was good. But then when the time to come to perform, my fucking I got to perform 2 songs. I got 2 songs deep, and then my laptop crashed for some reason, for whatever reason, man. And like it just like felt like the biggest failure to me in life, dude. Like I was so fucking mad, wanted to break my laptop on the stage, wouldn't fucking work. Because I couldn't have my DJ. I had to play my own music by myself for the first time. Couldn't bring my own flash drive, and then just had my computer hooked up to an aux cord. Kind of did me shady. I ain't saying nothing wrong about Tech N9ne, but just kind of some things that happen on the other side that he has nothing to do with, that are out of his control, were kind of just, I was kind of looked at as a major underdog in that game, and they kind of didn't really give a fuck about me, is how I'm going to say it at that point in time. They just wanted Dizzy Wright and Futuristic and Tech N9ne to hit the stage and then kind of to move on to the next town, because they just rushed everything from the beginning. Like, they opened the doors and they put me on the stage within 5 minutes, and there were 700 people there, and there was only 30 people by the time I even got done performing in the building, because I only got to perform 2 songs. So that's all I got to say about it. But much love to Tech N9ne, man. He's my favorite rapper and always will be. No
Shout out.
disrespect
That's tight.
whatsoever.
That's tight as fuck. So, I remember that night. I showed up a little bit later just because I knew the line was going to be crazy. I had a bunch of people calling me, telling me that the line was crazy.
Over 700 people, man.
Mm-hmm. That was a good night, though. So, that's a little bit crazy. I never, I have heard of that. Generally, though, when you open up at a show, they don't want you to bring your own. They don't want to run it off a aux cord, or they don't want to run it off a CD. Or a phone, because things happen, notifications, things turn off, batteries die. Generally, the way I was always taught, the best way to do things, bring it on a flash drive, MP3 player, converted to MP3. Sometimes WAV files don't play for certain DJs. Various reasons that you run into.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, what I did is, like, I hit the guy up because they had their set manager or whatever it was that was messaging me, emailing me, telling me everything I needed to bring. I didn't have a DJ at the time because nobody I could hook up with was available at the time. And they told me not to bring my music on a flash drive for the first time ever, which was surprising for a big name and stuff like that. I would figure they would want me to bring a flash drive or something like that. But they told me to bring my music on a laptop. And so I brought my girlfriend's laptop, and it happened to just crash that day. All the days it happened to be, man. But that's like the only first time they told me not to bring a flash drive, though.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But I was more than satisfied with the 2 songs that I actually got to perform for that Tech N9ne show, man. That was like the biggest blessing for me, like the ultimate dream ever, getting to open up for my favorite rapper in the world. Hopefully I get the second opportunity if things go out the way they're supposed to, coming up again in May, because he is coming back. So hopefully I get to perform a whole set. So if I do, y'all better be there for that one.
Nice, for sure. So I've talked about that in past shows also. Here in Casper, in the Casper scene, we grew up on Tech N9ne due to the fact that he came to town a lot. I've probably seen Tech N9ne 5 times in Casper.
Hell yeah, yeah.
So that being said, I think a lot of us that grew up in the 2000 to now era grew up on Tech N9ne. A lot of technicians, you know, that was at the end of the Juggalo era, kinda. So cats my age, Virus was here to talk about that. They was kind of like the end of that era, really. And then there was like a funny little transition. So Tech N9ne carried us over to what's going on now. And there's a lot of different artists out there now that we have never even mentioned on the show. Ones that I know is cats like Udo and Braden Taylor. Let me think of who else is out there. Who are some, Arius, Aco. Who are some cats that you know?
I just don't know the person names. I don't know the rapper names, so I'm like trying to think. What's that dude that just won the Rappers Delight?
Demonium. His real name is Xavier.
Yeah, I call him Justin Bieber.
Hey, he's tight. Nobody can sing like that, boy.
Yeah, he's good. Ty Joe.
Ty Joe. Where's Ty Joe been at?
I don't know where you went, boy, but he was here, but he gone now, but he was here.
That was your homie, wasn't it?
He was kind of my homie. Like, we weren't too tight, but we know each other and we talked.
Okay. Anybody else who stood out to you at any of the Rappers Delight that you didn't know about before?
Let's see. White with a Sprite. Definitely White with a Sprite, man. That kid's got dedication, ambition. He's got, like, the fans.
There we
all
go.
that and stuff, man. So White with a Sprite, shout out to you, homie. Keep doing your thing.
He's
Don't
coming
stop.
up. Hey, his mom comes to all the shows too. Shout out White with a Sprite's mom and dad, the Volks.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a family thing. The thing that we're doing it here in the community. White with a Sprite will be on a show sooner or later. But anyways, so I know you roll with Q pretty heavy.
Yeah. Q's been my homeboy since like high school, man. We go way back, and we just been rolling through at high school and everything like that ever since. And it's kind of funny because how he got started rapping is like I started doing my thing a couple years ago, and then he was in the circle, and we'd always be freestyling just every time we were chilling and stuff like that. And at the beginning, homeboy can like barely rhyme 2 words together, which was insane because like he is like, in my mind, the definition of you can do anything that you put your mind to, because seeing what Quinn went through from the first time that he tried to put 2 words together was terrible. But now to see where he is at is lyrically insane. That's all I have to say about that, man. Because Quinn, he went from like to rapping and like, you know, like how like everybody starts rapping in the beginning, just like Bad Hat, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's just like lyrically up there, man. He's a chopper. He's got them bars. He's got the dedication, ambition. He's got the drive for it, man. And that's why I fuck with Quinn heavily, because that's my homie and he's one of my day ones. Shout out to Mighty Q, man.
Shout out Q, that's my dog.
Yeah.
So me being a little bit older, I grew up maybe when I was 14, 15 was like 2001, 2002 in that era, you know what I mean? So I grew up, me and Fade was best friends, and it was the same thing like what you're talking about right there. I was a little bit older, and I was more like a writer, but I wanted to be a rapper, and Fade was always like, he wanted to come off top, he always wanted to be a freestyle artist. So that's how we both, our paths went in the beginning, and then it turned into like, SMK became a thing with Nike and Seuss and KC and all them, but we all used to go to the same party, so everybody be freestyling together. But I went to prison and all them fools kept doing the shit, so when I got out, the whole scene was different. You know what I mean? It was a different, it was something trying to happen. There was DJs popping up. I mean, it was basically the same cats who was trying to rap before, but until the Rappers Delights and the Alcova Fest and the Rhyme Sick Fest, there wasn't really like the cats like me and you. Who else came out of all that? Duke Wallace,
A lot of
you know,
people, man.
cats like that came out of that era, and then now we're into like the Rapper's Delight phase of Casper hip hop, where we've had cats like you and what awards have you won?
I've won Entertainer of the Month. I've won Stage Show Champ of the Month, and then I won Entertainer of the Year, and then I won Stage and Show Champ of the Year as well. And then, I got 6 awards. I counted the other day. I just can't remember. I've won Stage and Show Champ twice, I think. And then, yeah, Entertainer of the Year, Stage Show Champ of the Year, and a couple more. I've won 6 total of those awards so far.
Type.
Yeah, shout out Osh, man, for putting that shit on, man. Giving all his locals a chance for that, man. It's really something to have that opportunity coming from the middle of nowhere and having nothing, man. And Osh gives us that opportunity to go out there and present ourselves and our music and gives us a chance to put on for ourselves in the city, man. And thank you, Osh. I want to thank you for that, man. 'Cause
Yeah, bro.
we really need that out here, man. We trying to put the city on the map. A lot of people don't know that we fucking here, but we fucking here, people, and it's time that y'all start noticing that.
This ain't no Mandela effect. This is Ocean Reese right now.
Yeah, this is
on
real
YouTube
shit, man.
coming at you. You know what I mean? Wyoming exists.
Yeah.
So,
The 307 is here, man. Y'all people need to open your eyes and your ears, man. We got motherfucking lyricists. We got Justin Bieber's. We got all that here in Wyoming. Y'all just happen to miss us, man, for whatever reason.
So what's some of the changes that you've seen, the good or the bad? What do you think the future of hip hop in Casper? Is it going in a good way or bad way?
The future of hip hop in Casper, Wyoming, is definitely growing in a good way, I would say. It's just like the rest of the world, I would say. At this moment in time, in 2019, everybody wants to be a rapper. Everybody feels like that's just them, that's their goals. But in Casper, Wyoming, there is a lot of people doing it, but there is definitely a big select few of the people that are truly doing it, dedicated, handful, all the way in. And I think it's a blessing to see those people actually being able to do what they do and get out there on the stage and present themselves and see the people's reaction. Whether it's we get 5 people to come to the show or we actually get 120 or we actually get those 700 people to come to the show, it's just a blessing, man. That's how I feel about it.
We've performed at all those types of shows that he just said. I mean, we've been lucky to never have a Rapper's Delight under maybe 40 people. And man, we had some bad planned weekends at Halloween and the fights and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've never seen it less than 20 though, still.
I've never seen it less. And we do the head count at the door. It's never been less than 40
Yeah.
at any of the events. So, but anyways,
I performed from small shows to like where there's nobody in there except for us, the people that are performing, and but we still get up on that stage and we just do what we do, man. And in Casper, Wyoming, there's definitely a lot of underrated people, and it's sad to say that, man, because everybody's got the dope music. Then some people got the quality music, and some people don't have, like, and what I mean by quality music is like recording quality necessarily. That's all I'm saying about that. But a lot of people out here, man, they got the potential to make it big, and we all need to work together to put Wyoming on the map so we can have a fighting chance together, man, because the more of us come together, we work together, the better chance we have of making people see that we actually fucking exist out here.
see, and that's what the mission has been this whole time for me specifically, because when I grew up, it was an age of division. Like, and I've said this in other shows too, if you didn't fuck with these fools, you couldn't fuck with these fools. Nathaniel, aka Lucchese, aka Task One, that's my brother, you know what I mean? That's my bro, that's my dog, and I will fuck with that fool on any level right now. But 10 years ago plus, I couldn't do that. Just simple politics that we had going on here. And even though we had his road dog was my son's mom's big brother, and he was a cat that was opposition technically, but he was somebody that my homies, we always looked up to. And he showed us respect too, on the strength that A, we wasn't no busters, B, I was his little sister's dude. So, but the point of the shit is, back in my day, we didn't do that shit. In the early 2000s, nobody fucked with nobody. Like, if you did, your homies was gonna look at you sideways, or it wasn't genuine, or it didn't last. It was any of those mixture of things. So to hear you say that we need to work together and tell people that we need to work together to make something pop. That's what I've been preaching for a couple years now since I've been doing this again, because my literal like career in this is probably only like 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So that's what I've been trying to push this whole time, is we all need to fuck with each other to make something happen, because there needs to be the A+ to the F- artists. You know what I mean? Regardless of how you grade them, there needs to be that. You know what I mean? There needs to be the Nicki Minaj to the MC Light, to from the Run DMC to the Big L. You know what I mean? There needs to be all that contrast, from 6ix9ine to Rakim, from Tech N9ne to Eminem. You know, there needs to be all that to make something great. And so that's what I've been trying to push here in Casper. I mean, we got trap rappers here, we got choppers here, you know, we got the old school poets, the lyricists, we got the dudes who make the club bangers, the dudes who make the grimy shit.
We got the juggalos,
we got all that, the horrorcore, all that.
We got everything. We got country rap, we got everything, man. Anything you can think of. Like, one thing I want to kind of touch on, like, how we got to work on together is, like, when a lot of first people start coming out in Casper, Wyoming, and they start thinking that they on, and they drop a song, and they get a couple reactions to it, now they're thinking that they on, they start getting big-headed, and they start getting cocky. We don't need that anymore. Like, what you need to do is, like, see that we can all work together to get more views, to get us out there, if we all work together, not just by ourselves, working independently, trying to fill our own heads, getting too big until they bust. We all need to just work together, man, because two heads is better than one, is what they say. So the more heads we have together in this shit, working together, the faster we can make it out here, the faster we can all get paid for our shows like we want to, the faster we can all get our names out there, and the faster we can all start making a living off this music, man. So that's what I'm just saying. Just don't come out in this game big-headed, thinking that you on top of the game after you drop your first song, you know what I'm saying?
On SoundCloud.
Yeah, on SoundCloud. Because everybody gets that feeling, they get one like on their first song, ooh, it's game on, you know what I'm saying? Just keep it cool, be humble, man, and just stay true to who you are no matter what. I know everybody says that in the game, but still, you got to believe in that shit and take that to heart, man. Just be humble, stay true to who you are no matter what, no matter if you got one like, no matter if you got a million fucking likes. Just stay true to who you are.
Boom, that's real. Now, you was talking about artists working together, and some artists, like you was saying, they'll drop one song, and I've seen it too. So this is what, I'm not trying to bash any artists out there who might be listening to this. My point, what I'm trying to make is, don't stop at that. Don't think that one song is it. You know, a lot of people, the thing that they don't think about is dropping an album. They don't think about, they only want to drop singles. And even if you're going to drop a single, if you're only going to drop a single and that's going to be your thing, that's what's up. But make a video for it. You know what I mean? Don't stop there. This is 2019 and anybody could do anything right now. So the thing I want to try to impress on anybody to add on to what Reese was saying is, don't stop at your first single and think you're on, like what he was just saying, because it don't stop there. You know what I mean? Nobody got, and if they did pop off one song and it stopped there, is that what you want? You want to be Vanilla Ice with Ice Ice Baby? You know what I mean? Do you want to be that guy? Yeah. Or do you want to be Eminem with the catalog from A to Z, Lil Wayne with the catalog from A to Z, good and bad? You know what I mean? Tech N9ne, he's got the good and bad, depending on what kind of fan you are. You know, I love Tech N9ne. He's my favorite.
Yeah.
But
a lot of different perspectives.
I don't necessarily listen to every single song he has. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel that, and I'm the same way. Hardcore, dedicated Tech N9ne fan, and not every Tech N9ne song's for me. You know, it just happens like that. Definitely, like you're saying. One thing I want to speak out about, though, is I've been kind of keeping it a secret because I just wanted to come out like boom when it drops. I do have a new album in the works. Hopefully April is my time that I want it to be done. I started recording last week. I got a new album in the works. It's called The Gate. It's going to be my first album ever. That way I can give my fans some new music. I know people have been waiting on it. I got like 5 singles like we've just been talking about that I've been running off for a couple years, and it's time to put some new music into them. Just time to put some new music out there for my people. And so I've been working on it for the past 6 months, just trying to get it going, just taking it slow day by day, man, just pushing it out, trying to make some real music for my people to enjoy and some good shit for these people to listen to. So sometime in April, man, I got a new album coming out, and hopefully y'all go out there and get that shit and enjoy it.
April, be looking out for Reese.
Hell yeah.
All right, so you got the new album coming out. What else you got going on?
Just got a couple singles and stuff like that. I know me and the Mighty Q, we might be doing a joint album here together sometime in the near future. We've been talking about it. We ain't got nothing set in stone yet, but it's definitely in the back of our minds. We've been thinking about it. I'm trying to get on another tour this year. That's one of my main goals. Hit another tour. Probably might hit that one with Biscuit in June, hopefully. That'd be dope. But right now, just getting the album out, getting it done, and then once that happens, shoot a couple music videos for that. So I'm gonna need some of y'all to come out and help me with that. It's definitely gonna be dope. And then let's see what else. New merchandise. And then in August, I guess I got another baby coming, which I'm so grateful for. Just get to keep on raising my kids and doing the best that I can with this music, man. It's a blessing. It's an opportunity, and that's just what's happening with me right now, man. So
That's what's up. So you've worked with other artists from other places, and I know you got T Zank coming, right?
yeah, we got the homie T Zank coming from Fort Wayne, Indiana. He'll be here at the Black Gold Bar and Grill March 29th. Tickets are $15. Hit up your local artists. We got Castaway, we got Rage, we got White with a Sprite, and we got the Mighty Q and myself as well. So the show is gonna be lit, man. March 29th, Black Gold Bar and Grill, 7 o'clock. Y'all better be there.
That's tight. So all the venues around town, what's your favorite one to perform at?
My favorite venue that we get to perform at would happen to be the Black Gold Bar and Grill. I just like that one for some reason. It feels good because that's the first place I ever got to perform at, and so like it's just got that home feeling for me, and so it's just.
I like their stage there.
Yeah.
It gets hot. It gets hot as shit.
Yeah,
there,
that's
though.
the
I don't
thing
like
because they got that fucking vent right on the stage, dude. And then we got the fucking they got the fucking air running while you going, and it's something on like 90.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
Yeah, it's.
I like their stage though. Their stage is way up there. It makes you feel tight.
Yeah, definitely. And I like that place, man, because once you get the people in there, they got no choice but to be at the stage, is what I feel like. So they always are involved there at the Black Oak Grill. And, like, I've had some of my best shows at the Black Oak Bar and Grill here in town. Like, the second time I went on tour with Biscuit, I got a co-headline that one. And then when we ended that tour here in Casper, Wyoming, and we almost had, like, 80-some people there at the Black Oak Bar and Grill, all packed in, jam front. So that show was dope. It was popping. And everybody came out there just to see us, man. We didn't have no big headline, nobody else. We just brought the town out to see us, and that was like the greatest feeling ever to me. Even though it's only 80 people, that's still a fucking lot for Casper, Wyoming, man. It takes a lot of work to get 80 people to come to a show in Casper, Wyoming, if you people don't know.
I'm pretty sure I performed at that one. If not, I was at it.
You were there.
I was at it.
You were there.
Yeah.
Because we had Big Peso, Biscuit, me, myself, Quinn. I don't remember who else was there, but...
Yeah. Okay, so we talked about T Zank before, and I kind of skipped over him on accident. But T Zank, a lot of cats from here know about him. He's doing big things from where he's from. He's from Fort Wayne, Indiana. And the thing I like about T Zank is A, the name of his record label, Successful Music Group, and then B is his mindset. He always preaches positivity. I mean, he's never negative in any of his songs that I've heard. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
So I fuck with Zank on that tip. And then I remember the first show he did out here, my brother Kaponix brought him out. And he brought the homie E3 out with him. And I seen these cats and I just couldn't believe it. Like, it was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. I couldn't believe these dudes was just like regular dudes. They both got on stage and I was like, nah. And then they both just blew me away. So that was in my mind at the point where I was like, man, I'm never going to judge anybody who ever gets on stage. Because I've seen cats who like look like they was going to be super tight, whack, didn't know their words, didn't know what the fuck they was doing. And I've seen cats that look super whack, get on stage, kill everybody, including the headliners.
Yeah.
So I always appreciate both dynamics of shows. And so that's the thing I always liked about T Zank and his crew, Ben Frankie, E3, all them dudes he rolls with. It's always talent and nothing less.
Yeah, shout out Successful Music, man, definitely. Like, what you're saying, that's like one of my favorite things about the hip-hop shows, man. You can see some dude that you think got nothing to do with the music scene whatsoever, and then he gets up on the stage and just murders everybody in his face. Like, one of my things, like, what's that dude, King Manic? Like, I was kind of surprised, you know what I'm saying? He's got some improvements to go with, but, like, just from what I could see from the eye, I was like, man, like, I didn't know he had anything to do with music because I seen him at one of the Rappers Delight. I performed. He came and talked to me after the show. And then the Haystack show, he came up, he performed for that one, actually, I think. No, he performed at the Rappers Delight. It was, I got him backwards. Anyway, I seen him perform, and it just kind of, like, blew me away because I was like, what? I didn't think that he was involved with music at all. So, like, I kind of love that because you can always get a nice little surprise, and sometimes you hate it because you do get the worst and terrible out of people sometimes. They're just not ready. They forget their words. Whatever it happens to be, they're just not good quality recording sometimes. And that shit sucks sometimes. But I always love the nice surprise you get from going to the hip-hop shows here in Casper because every day we need a new local artist come out of nowhere. Sometimes he's good, sometimes he's not. It just is what it is.
Right? So, other things that have been going on in the world, hold on, fuck me up. I have to cut that part. I don't know what the fuck was I talking about. Okay, yeah, there we go. My bad. All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, so other things that's going on in the world, you're a younger cat, so do you fuck with New Day rap at all?
No.
Not at all?
Like I was saying before, I don't. Like, my playlist is Tech N9ne, King ISO, Hobson, Jaron Benton, and it kind of just goes back between the four of those people and everybody on Strange Music, including. I don't listen to anybody if their name starts with Little. I just don't, for a very good reason. It never happens to prove me wrong. And then people are saying, they'll call me a hater because I don't approve of what they're doing just to get money, and they're saying that it's okay because they're getting money. In my mind, the rap games are not about how much money you got in your pocket and not about how icy your chain is. To me, the rap game is about how real you are, it's about how the music you make, and it's about the lyrics you have and about how you reach to the people. To me, that's what hip-hop is. Not about your bank account and not about your gold chain.
I heard a dude say it on a podcast one time when the girl from Twilight was getting a star on the Walk of Fame or whatever in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And dude said, what? They're giving her a star? He said, yeah, it's called the Walk of Fame, not the Walk of Talent. You know what I mean? So that's what I always that's what I always hold in contrast from rappers to like MCs, to lyricists. You know, you got your rapper just wants a chain. He wants a car, he wants a bank account, he wants a clout, he wants the bitches, you know, he wants to be on TV. A lyricist, an MC wants to be heard. He wants to be felt. You know what I mean? And this is like me and Rick Bliss had this discussion one time, and I held out this plate on it, and I put something on it that was just took up a little spot of it. I was like, look, Rick, at the time, Rick was my brother in this blueprint business. He was my partner. And I was like, look, bro, like, this is all the fans we could have. And you, boom, I put something on there that only took up a little space on this. And I was like, you know, this is what you're cool with, and that's cool, bro, but I want this. You know what I mean? You know, I don't want this for the image. I want this for us. You know what I mean? I don't want it for the chains. I want it so we could be heard on that level. And slowly I'm finding that's a really, really hard thing to do, to have both, to be able to be real and to have everybody fuck with you on a wide scale. So the thing I'm learning now is to pick your medium. You know, Manja, my last album, and I was just telling the homie about this earlier, the younger generation, they like A, beat, B, hook, C, the image, and they don't want to wait for it. The homie's like, yeah, if I gotta wait for like a long ass intro, I'm gonna skip that shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. A lot of cats, MCs ain't really like that. Sometimes, man, a Kendrick album, that shit don't even make sense sometimes. That's like Pink Floyd of hip hop, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, Kendrick's good and all that, but to me, like, I haven't heard one song from Kendrick Lamar that makes fucking sense in my mind. Like, he's got bars and everything, but he's like, it's kind of like, Like Eminem, kind of sometimes.
Did you ever listen to Section 80?
Sometimes, bro, I feel like Eminem, like, when he just shows you that he's just fucking around and that he can rhyme every word in the dictionary, you know, I feel like kind of sometimes like what Kendrick just does sometimes. And I don't really get a message a lot from Kendrick sometimes. That's just me, though. But, yeah, man, I definitely agree with you on a lot of that shit, though. Definitely.
So I feel like I don't necessarily share that aspect on Kendrick. Sometimes I feel like he does that. Like, there's a song, Rigor Mortis, he might do that. Or, like, a couple other ones. But I feel like Section 80 was pretty much message driven.
I fuck with J-Rock heavy though, man.
J-Rock, that's my dog. I just fuck with J-Rock on he's just real, you know what I mean? That's why I like him. Like, he ain't gotta be
his freestyles.
He don't gotta have the double syllable entendre, all that bullshit.
Yeah.
But you just feel his shit the way he delivers it, you know what I mean? That's why I fuck with J-Rock. So J. Cole, I fuck with J. Cole.
I fuck with J. Cole.
What Rick Bliss said on that one podcast, he's like, nowadays Tupac, but better.
I could agree with that, man.
Straight up, I do too.
Yeah, and I live in a different world because I'm stuck in the underground mainstream, we'll call it, but then there's the upper ground mainstream where J. Cole and all them are at. And definitely, if I had to go over to that lane and pick one, it would be J. Cole, man. Because I'll be scrolling through Instagram sometimes, and I think that song Middle Child just came out, and that shit's dope, man.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it kind of inspired me a little bit, man, because he's saying some real shit in that, man. And so I definitely fuck with J. Cole heavy.
I fuck with J. Cole super heavy. Actually, I was breaking down all my projects overall, and I was trying to like pick who my influences have been through all my albums, and then just thinking, you know, knowing me, I was like, oh, it's got to be like Tech N9ne-ish, like Method Man-ish, and kind of a little bit of Kendrick-ish, a little bit, but man, mostly it was like J. Cole and like Earth Gang and shit like that kind of feels, you know what I mean? Or, you know, sometimes I got my deep voice. I got that shit.
That DMX going.
So I got the whole contrast, but overall, a lot of my new shit wasn't really that. Okay, so you don't fuck with the nowadays music. Did you ever I know you didn't get into them because you don't fuck with nowadays music, but did you ever follow any of the 6ix9ine bullshit?
You know, everybody does because it's just kind of in your fucking face everywhere you go. Instagram, Facebook, that stuff's just kind of pressed in your face, and I feel like that's how those people get a lot of fans because their social media team be crazy pressing their shit. But I've kind of seen it, and I kind of know what's going on. I think with it, you know, I've seen the situation, kind of caught up with it, with the whole snitching and everything like that, and.
I mean, I'm halfway to embarrassed to say that I know pretty much all the details, bro.
Well, that's like the only time I even like started even looking at it. You know what I'm saying? Because like soon as I seen like I didn't believe that he was going to jail because I don't believe anything really I see on Facebook nowadays. And then so like then they just started coming up and going up, and so I just started looking at it, seeing the videos, and I just wanted to know what he did, and then seeing people shoot at Chief Keef and all that shit. It's kind of crazy, you know. I'm kind of surprised because in my mind, I'm like, I didn't really think he was that gangster, you know? We doing all that stuff, but really he ain't that gangster now because he be snitching.
He really wasn't that gangster. What had happened, like, I followed all the shit hella close, watched his baby's mom interviews and all his homie shits, all the Instagram bullshit with the whole Chief Keef. Because I was tripping on that. Like, I was tripping when he was beefing with the Bloods because I found out about 6ix9ine through the gang. Gang was, like, on tour somewhere, and I seen one of his videos where he's like, fuck 6ix9ine, fake ass Blood. And I was like, well, who the fuck's the gang talking about? Who's this fool? And then I seen he was beefing with all these Bloods from LA. And then he was beefing with Houston cats and Jay Prince. And I was like, oh man, I'm from the old school era where I'm like, Jay Prince ain't even a rapper. And I know who Jay Prince is. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. He runs shit, like he runs shit, like he will get you touched super fast for no reason. Yeah. So when I heard he was beefing with him and then he was going to Chicago and doing the whole going on the block and BDK, I'm like, oh, this fool is crazy. Like, yeah. Chicago's got the highest murder rate in the nation for years on years on years. You know what I mean? This fool's just up in the city disrespecting these fools. I mean, he got exposed on every level. Like, he was on the block when these fools, it was like 5 a.m. You know, nobody was out on the block or 3 a.m. or some shit. And he was out there for like a minute and a half, did his little shit, got back in the car and bounced. When he had his people buck at Chief Keef. He was beefing with him on Instagram, and as soon as he hung up, he said, "Yo, I got 20 large on whatever he said, 20 racks, whatever he said."
Yeah.
And so one of his homies, who was Kuda, went and busted at this fool. And apparently, and I was trying to look it up to find something. Apparently, Kuda got out. Apparently, 6ix9ine bailed him out, which 6ix9ine ain't even out right now. So that shit's crazy. Like, he bailed out the cat that he just told on. Like, do you know what a RICO indictment is?
Yeah.
Okay, so like they literally invented the RICO and the Witness Protection Program to be a way to bring down organized crime, because mafia members wouldn't snitch, because when you get out of jail, if you got out of jail, you didn't have nowhere to go except for right back. You couldn't go hide nowhere, you know, because that wasn't funded.
Yeah.
They didn't pay for you. Then they did. So the RICO Act was made basically to get fools to tell every single thing. They call it a proffer agreement, to where they'd be like, "Yo, you have to tell us everything you know about every crime that we ask you, and if you do, then you don't incriminate yourself." Like Sammy the Bull was John Gotti's right-hand man, admitted to like 17 murders and was involved in like 30-something murders, convicted of, and did 7 years.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, bro, he told on everybody, did 7 years, got out, went to Arizona, and started like an ecstasy drug ring. Again, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I just think it's funny how everybody's gangster until it's time.
Do you think people are still gonna fuck with 6ix9ine if he gets out?
I say fuck no, and I don't even think.
Do you think though, like in music,
Honestly,
do you think he's gonna have a career?
Like, it's not he will, but it might not be as big as he was. It might go down a couple notches, and he's not gonna have as much respect probably within the music industry, but he's still gonna be there because he already done built his name up and already got that clout and everything. But in my eyes, it should be done and over with. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up, I think so too. I think he's super whack. But at the same time, I'm a felon. I went to prison, and then when I seen this little turd running around like thinking he was somebody, and then the people that he was antagonizing, like I couldn't help but to follow it. So I just wanted to get a younger person's perspective on that wasn't into the scene, because everybody I know that's younger,
It's
you know,
lacking that stuff.
they don't care about like street code or honor or none of that shit. You know what I mean? They're like, "Oh, he's got millions of dollars. I'd tell too. Oh, this and this and this." So you already know that those kind of people are still gonna fuck with him because they're into trendy shit. You know what I mean? They're gonna fuck with trendy shit. So there's always gonna be that. So I just wanted to get the perspective of somebody who doesn't necessarily, that's younger but don't fuck with new day shit.
Definitely, man. Like, kind of like my biggest thing that I hate about it is 99% of the image they portray is like fake, and it's just like something somebody else wants them to be, and it's what they think people want them to be, and they know it's gonna get them money. And then people in the streets, they start seeing that, and then they believe that, and then they start trying to live that life as the same, and then they're just trying to live a fake image. And that's like what I hate, because about that side, about that music, and just what some of the new age people are kind of doing, man, and just how they're portraying the music industry and just stuff like that, the fake image. I'm not down with that.
Okay, that's tight. So that's what I've always, actually, I just shared a video that this cat in the Black Hills did an interview with me a while ago, and that was the thing that I noted that stood out to me, because I forgot all about the interview, what I said, and the dude kept asking me, that's all I kept saying, realness, realness, realness. Like, me and my squad, that's all we push is real, real, real. You know what I mean? And I've been to prison, I got felonies, and I talk about it, but I'm not out here like, I was in prison, I was on the yard, I was doing this, I was doing that. You know what I mean? I do got them stories, but I'm not telling them on camera.
If I walked up to
I'm not telling them in my songs.
Yeah, like, to me, like I'm saying, like, when I first met you, or when I first walked up to you, you can always tell when somebody's been to prison. Like, they just always had that look. But you don't have that look, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't portray that, you know, like, I could tell that, like, that was your past, but you don't want it to be, like, who you are now, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't learn from your mistakes and stuff like that, and I'm glad to see that, and I'm glad to see that music came out of that as well, man. I'm glad to see music became part of your life. I'm glad to see what that's done for you.
Right? Honestly, like, I really did this just for my team, bro. Like, I just wanted to be a team player. It was me and Caponics and Rick Bliss, and originally it was a cat that has never even been talked about. Like, on any public platform with my team, and that's Architect, and anybody who was around in the very, very beginning. It's a cat I met in the joint. And fast forward to we got out, and he was trying to do the music thing, and I had just started in the music thing, and he wanted me to link up with Rick Bliss, which was really a blessing in disguise. So that's why I can mention him and not feel like there's going to be friction, because it was a blessing in disguise. He brought me my brother Rick Bliss in, and he brought me closer with my brother Caponics. You know what I mean? And not only that, but without that, the hip hop person would never exist. You know what I mean? Other than a fan. Because I wouldn't be out here doing none of these rappers' delights. I wouldn't be out here putting on for my team. Me and Styles are going to Nebraska this weekend. We're taking Sigman J to DJ a set for us. You know what I mean? We're going to go do out-of-state shows. And so without the initial blunders of all the everything that had happened, there wouldn't be all this background stuff right now. You know, I wouldn't be nobody. I mean, a couple of these cats would be known, but overall, a lot of cats wouldn't get a chance to shine.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Without the stupid little things like that.
Yeah, and definitely, like, one thing I want to say, like, I want to give a major shout out to Duke Walters, to you, to Blueprint, to Cody Caponics, to Rhyme Sick as well, because without them, I wouldn't be where I'm at, and the Biscuit as well, mainly Biscuit, because he's my homie, and he's fulfilled one of my biggest dreams, get me out there on that road. Anyways, but like, just major shout out to all y'all, man, because if it wasn't for y'all, there would be no me, and like, that's just like the biggest thing, man. It's crazy how if you meet the right person, it can change your whole life, man. And I've experienced that in the rap game, and that's like one of my favorite things about it. You meet new people. Sometimes you meet the wrong people. Sometimes you meet the right people. And when you meet the right people, it changes your whole life, man. Right. That's what I love about this game.
Right. You ain't lying. That's tight. So any of you younger artists who want to know how to do things the right way, look at the way this man does it. He's told you it all right now. He started from a couple singles to national tours, you know what I mean, to now he's literally technically a promoter now, dog.
Yeah, I be promoting my own shows and
well,
stuff
not
like
only
that.
yeah, because not only that, bro, you bringing T Zank, right?
Yeah, I'm bringing T Zank. I'll be bringing T Zank. I'll be trying to bring some other people. I'll be trying to bring out like Jaron Benton and Brother Lynch and stuff like that, and Honey Cocaine. We've been talking about it.
Okay.
I've been talking to.
That's tight. I didn't know he was talking Jaron Benton. He was likes all my shit on IG.
Yeah, I know. He's fucking dope. Like,
Dog, like literally that fool likes
Yeah,
every
yeah,
single
I see
fucking thing and like every video I posted on Instagram.
Yeah, I see that. But yeah, me and my homie Brian, we go way back with Jaron Benton. Ever since like 8th grade, we've been bumping that shit heavy. And so yeah, I've been trying to bring Jaron Benton into town, trying to get that done. It's just right now we're not doing so well with the timing because Tech's coming back in May and the promoter's trying to push everything in May. April and May. He wants like both of those dates in May. He's trying to give me Brother Lynch, Honey Cocaine, and Jaron Benton all in April and May.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah, very rough. So I'm trying to work it all out in the situation. So like my main thing is I want to get Jaron Benton here, and I kind of want to get Brother Lynch back because it's been over almost a decade since he's been here. It's been like 7 years since
It's been 7. So I did security at that show. Actually, I just got out of prison. I did security at that show.
Yeah, that's when they did it at the industrial
Fairgrounds. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been 7 years since he's been here. So I want to see Brother Lynch back, and I know a lot of people want to see Brother Lynch, and I want to see Jaron Benton personally, and I know a lot of people that I fuck with want to see Jaron Benton. So it's kind of like another thing, and like I want to be something. I want to be like it all. I want to be an artist. I want to be a promoter. I want to be an engineer, a music designer, a video editor. I want to be all of it behind the scenes. You know, I don't want to be just a rapper. You know, like I want to be like the whole team, but have my team at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So like that's
I
what
do
kinda
know what you're saying. That's literally exactly what I do.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah.
Yep, I feel you.
Definitely.
So, yeah, that's tight. I didn't know that about you trying to bring all those other people here. That's tight. That's good shit.
Just trying to branch out and figure out ways to put us on the map and, you know, get my name out there. Figure out how ways to get connections in the game, really. It's just what I'm doing. I'm trying to branch out and be functional is what you would
Dimensional.
say. Yeah, multi-dimensional is what you'd say, yeah. Definitely, man.
That's tight. And so, how old are you, for the record?
I turned 21 in December.
So 20 years old right now.
Yeah.
Remember this right now. Check out Noise from Nowhere TV in the future. Check out just check out the future, because Reese will be there.
Definitely,
Bet.
man.
He's out here making moves from nothing, straight up, from nothing at the shows in the parking lot to now he's putting on the shows on the stage. You know what I mean?
Yes,
so
sir.
the true rags to riches story in the making right here. Everybody in Casper already fucks with Reese. If you ain't in Casper and you're watching this, fuck with Reese.
Shout out to all my homies in Casper, Wyoming that be fucking with us, and shout out to everybody that's outside the state that be watching with us. If you don't know, now you know, nigga.
Boom. Anything else?
Just be watching for that album in April, man, sometime. And Casper, Wyoming, keep doing what you doing, man. Let's fucking get this money, baby.
Shout out to my brother Duke Wallace, couldn't be here. It's Osh from the Ghost.
It's the homie Reese coming at you.
All right, Wyoming love. Peace.
Gotta hit him with that Casper special. Gotta hit him with that Casper special. Boy, I be from nowhere. Half my country don't care. Ain't it something